plain text emails versus HTML emails. A lot of people have been asking what is more effective for email marketing. In this video, I'm going to break down where I use plain text email for my email marketing strategies for my clients and where I use HTML email as well. Now, what you're going to notice is that there's really no set strategy that's the most effective when it comes to figuring out where best to place these emails. Unfortunately, like with everything, you kind of have to test and figure this out for yourself. But I'm going to give you some awesome starting points as to where I implement them in terms of flows as well as campaigns, along with my logic for putting plain text emails in those places and for putting HTML emails in those other places as well, because there is a bit of logic there, and in my experience, plain text really helps with conveying emotion, personalization, and can be used in conveying gratitude. For example, post-purchase thank you flow or review flows. Anyway, let's get into it and I'll show you what I mean. Awesome. So as you can see here, this is a sunset flow. And in this sunset flow, pretty much every email is written as though it were a plain text email. And the reason I do this is because in my experience with the sunset flow, and for those that don't know, these flows are typically designed to re-engage people who are no longer engaged with your email marketing efforts. And if you want to learn how to set one of those up, I'll make another video about that later. But nonetheless, this flow here is designed to re-engage people. Now, I have seen in my experience, plain text emails get better engagement as far as open rates and sometimes click rates. Now, this email here from the sunset flow, all it's really trying to do is to get the reader to open the email, right? And when I do plain text emails, I tend to get better open rates. So that's one place where I like to implement plain text emails as opposed to HTML emails. I also like to do it in the post-purchase thank you flow. And I'll quickly show you what I mean by that here. So this is the post-purchase thank you flow, and this is triggered off of somebody placing an order, right? This is has placed an order equals once over all time. And this is different from a fulfilled order flow, but this flow here is triggered off of somebody placing their order, and from here we send a personalized thank you message. Now this says hey there, but it is triggered to be default. If there's no first name, it'll swap it in with there. But nonetheless, this email is written in a way that says, thank you so much for supporting a local business. It's really awesome to see you getting behind our small brand. Really good. And we've even signed it off from the owner, right? And what these emails are designed to do is build a closer relationship with the readers and really try and build affinity with this brand. And by doing that, we increase loyalty, and we can also increase opportunities for future purchases as well. Now, there's no creative in here because that's not the point. We're not trying to sell, we're trying to endear. We're trying to endear our audience to our brand. And so we make sure that the post-purchase thank you flow emails are plain text. Now, when it comes to HTML, when I'm cross-selling products, I like to display the product to the individual reading, and that's where I use creative elements in my emails. Now, obviously, split test this, right? Each brand is different. Email marketing is all about split testing, but what I've seen be very effective is if you're trying to build a relationship, plain text work best, and if you're trying to sell something, in my experience, now this is not a blanket rule, in my experience, HTML emails tend to work better when it comes to conveying sales or anything along those lines. On top of that, I also have plain text emails for review emails, and I also have plain text emails for thank you messages around like the end of the year. For example, hey, we just want to say goodbye to 2022 or 2023. Thank you so much for supporting us. Or just once again, trying to build brand affinity and make people feel like they're actually valued as a reader. So that's where I like to implement HTML versus plain text. Now, once again, it's a testing game, right? Email marketing is all about testing, constantly testing. And if you can dial that in properly, you will see a really big jump in your conversions. Any questions? Let me know. And yeah. Awesome. If you guys enjoyed that video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. New videos pretty much every week. And if you want to find out more about myself, my agency, check out the links down below. See you in the next one.